Hey y'all, this is Rhonda from Rhonda's Country Kitchen, and today I'm going to be sharing a recipe that we have used, Lord, for many years growing up. It's an oldie, and some of you may have had it, but every now and then I run across somebody that has not, that really enjoys it. So one of my suggestions was this roast. It's pretty simple to throw together. Now I have my oven set at 350, so it's raring to go. And I've got a chuck roast here, probably about I'd say about a 3-pound roast. Now obviously if you're cooking this for a bigger family, like if this wouldn't have fed us and our 3 kids, but for us it's just perfect. But if you are you have a bigger roast or either 2 smaller roasts, you're going to add just a little more to your recipe. But I'm going to start off by seasoning my meat, and I'm just going to go in here with some salt and pepper and some, of course, a little garlic powder, a little onion powder. That's my base for a lot of stuff. And we're just, I'm telling you, it's really easy. It's just cream of mushroom and this Lipton beefy onion. Y'all know how I love this stuff. Lord Jesus, it makes everything good. But I'm just going to be using that. But I'm going to go ahead and season this up. Now, I am going to sear this first. I've got me a little white lily flour here, just some all-purpose. And we're going to sprinkle it on and just sear it on the sides. Now, when you sear the meat, that's going to keep all them juices in there and just make it really good. But you can season your meat however you want it. You can, you know, do it your way. But it's like Burger King, just have it your way. But I'm going to flip this over, and I make sure I season all the sides too. You just want all that goodness everywhere. But it's just something really good. We have it a lot on Sunday, and it was always good to just throw in the oven before church. Now you can also do this in a crock pot. It'll turn out just as good, but I'm just going to put it in the oven and just going to let it bake and just love on it. But anyway, like I said, it's real easy, good for busy days or busy on the Sunday. If you're there on Saturday, you can just watch it go, but you can actually leave this and come back to it. But anyway, I remember we'd go to church, and Mom had been up early cooking us dinner, and we'd all go plopping in there smelling like roast. Well, what'd you have for dinner today? Roast, how'd you guess? But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, and I got this seasoned, and I'm just gonna go in with a little flour. We're gonna just lightly flour it, and I'm gonna get my little cast iron over there hot with just a little bit of oil, and we're gonna sear this. So it's gonna be really good and tasty. And some people, you know, we love to put carrots and potatoes or whatever. I'm kind of weird. Like, I don't like my roast to taste like carrot. So I don't let it just start off cooking in there. I wait till later and put it in. Or I have even just waited and at the end, like an hour before it's ready, just throw my potatoes and onions and mushrooms or whatever I want on this roast in a separate pan with some of the beefy onion Lipton soup and a can of cream of mushroom soup as well. Anyway, we got this coated pretty good. I'm just going to sear it, and then I'll show you how I put it together. We're going to put it in the oven, and it's going to be really good later on when it's nice and tender. But that's all you do as far as prepping it. Okay, I got my skillet good and hot. I've just got some oil on the bottom, and you'll know when it's ready. And just put a little flour. If it starts sizzling up, you know, you're good to go. This skillet is really angry right now, so that's how we want it. So I'm just going to drop this in. Like I said, I've just got the bottom covered in some oil, and we just want it to get a little light brown. We're not cooking it till it's done. We're just searing it. Put a little extra on here, and just going to brown it on all sides, and get that ready to go. Now I do like to use, I've had this old roaster forever and a day since I've used it. Boy, if this old pot can talk, I'm telling you. I used it when my kids growing up, cooked all kinds of stuff in it, and I like it because it just seals the lid pretty good, makes that meat good and tender. But you can put it in anything you want and cover it in some oil, some foil. And it'll work out just as good. And like I said, this is great in the crock pot as well. But we're just going to sear this so all that juice and all that goodness stays in. You don't lose it. And then we're going to chop it and put it in the oven and bake it for a little bit. And while this is baking, I'm going to just whip up a macaroni and cheese and bake it at the same time while I got my oven hot. And that'll be one of the sides we'll have with it. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. See how it's nice and brown? Just going to flip it over, and I'm telling you, it doesn't take long at all to do this. And now, I will say this. If you don't have the Lipton or the cream of mushroom, you could go right back in here and use this and make your gravy. In fact, I do that as well sometimes because everybody doesn't have access to the Lipton beefy onion dry soup or the cream of mushroom, but you can always go back in here and make your gravy, throw a little onion in it, and I've made gravy before on there. You can start like that, but you just would throw some flour in there and let that flour cook down. I've told y'all, you cook that flour taste out, you don't leave it. And throw you some onions in there, or some beef bouillon. You can do it all kind of ways, really. But it's going to be good any way you do it. But I've done it that way. Sometimes I didn't have the cream of mushroom or the beefy onions, so you just make do with what you have. And if you got some flour and some oil, you will be good to go. And the beef juices that cook down in this roast are really good to make that gravy with. But you can just throw it in there and just let those juices come out before you make your gravy. Then add your gravy back to it while it's cooking. I've got it looking pretty good. I don't know if you can see this. Looking pretty good. And I'm going to sear it on the sides too. I just do that. But it is almost ready. And that didn't take but a few minutes. And we'll get them juices in there. Lord, I don't want to splash this hot oil on me. That would not be a good time. All right. That's about all I'm going to do with it. I'm going to go and turn this off because it looks like the house is on fire. But I'm going to go ahead and transfer this right into my little roasting pan here. Let it drip there, and then I'm going to show y'all how I put this together. Alrighty, we've got this roast sitting out here. Got it in my little pan ready to top it off, get all the goodness in there. And this is just one of the family size cans of cream of mushroom soup. And I do have the Walmart brand on this one. They were out of the other old Campbell's. But I'm going to go ahead and mix this in here. And like I said, if you're doing a bigger roast, you would want to add probably a little bit more to it. I do like adding both little packets. It gives it such good flavor. And so that's what I'm going to do. And it just makes an excellent gravy. Like, you don't have to really do anything more to it. You just pour it over the top. And I'm going to see where I'm at. I do have another little can of cream of mushroom soup if I think I need it. I'm just going to mix this up. Give it a good stir. Just pour it over this meat. It's gonna get happy. It's gonna get real happy with this. All right, I'm gonna cover it up. Then I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna cover the other side as well. Get my little tongs here. Give it a little flip. Coat that other side real good. The worst part about this is waiting on it to cook, and it smells so good. Like I said, we go to church. People knew they had roast today because we walked in. It's like, roast. So everybody knew when Mama was cooking roast. But this was a lot of times our go-to on Sunday. So I guess we could call it a Sunday roast. All right, so I'm going to spread this over here. Now I'm just going to let it go just like this. I don't add water to it or anything at first. I will peep at it, and because those juices are going to come out, and it'll loosen up. It won't be as thick, but it's going to make perfect gravy. And we'll give a little look in about an hour and see where we're at. But we would let ours go for about 3 hours. But now this is a smaller roast, so I'll probably not have to let it go 3 hours. But we'll see, but I'll keep checking back. I'm going to just put the little top on it and put it in the oven at 350 degrees. So that's all it is to it. And while this is baking, I'm going to be whipping up a little macaroni and cheese to go with it. Maybe some green beans and some rice. Got to have the rice for that gravy. And it's going to be a good little dinner for us. So I'll come back in just a little bit and show you what it's looking like. All right, I'm going to show y'all while that's in the oven what I do with the vegetables. Now, you can use obviously whatever vegetables you like, but I'm going to just bake these, and I'll start these around maybe when it's got about an hour left. I'll put these in the oven, but I'm going to go ahead and prep them for time's sake. But I just layered some little carrots, and I have washed and cleaned these potatoes. I'm just gonna kind of quarter them. They're already kind of small, so we'll just do it like that. Maybe just cut them in half, or cut them 4 times in half, and then again. Like I said, if you don't like the potatoes and the carrots cooked separate, you can throw them right in the roast, but I would wait until the roast is cooked. Only has about an hour left, because you don't want your vegetables to just be a mushy mess. So you want them to be good. And I'm just going to show you how I season them, and throw those in there. Now I do love a potato. Lord, I love potatoes. My full face, my full body can vouch for that. So I'm not fancy with my cuts, but I get her done. So there's that. I'm just gonna rough cut some of this onion. Get that in there. Good old Vidalia onion. Good old sweet Vidalia. And I'm just gonna cover this now. Like I said, I'm gonna add the cream and mushroom on top. And I didn't have another packet of the Lipton beefy onion, so I'm gonna just put some beef bouillon and some cream and mushroom, and it's gonna be just fine. Let me wash these mushrooms real quick. All right, I'm just gonna rough chop some of these on top. You don't like mushrooms? Guess what? Don't put them in there. Just do what you and your family likes. And like I said before, I used to have some picky kids, so I made the onions really big. They like the flavor. They didn't have a problem with the flavor. It's just, I guess, the texture of the onion. So I would just always cut the onion really big and then take it out. And they didn't even know. It was still good, still had that onion flavor, but you didn't see the onion. So, all right, got these cut. Now this is a big old pan of vegetables for us, but You know, we can take it to lunch. We can do whatever, we can share them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just salt and pepper these. And of course, my little garlic powder, my little onion powder, that's just a go-to for me. I do have other go-to spices, but for this, it's gonna be good enough. Give those a little sprinkle with some love, and I just do it with my heart. Y'all know, you just season to your taste. Now, I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit of this. This is just the Knorr beef bouillon, and just give it a little sprinkle, just a little love, a little how you doing. All right, then we're gonna take this cream of mushroom, and I hope it comes out pretty good. Use the plopping method today. Oh, look at there, come right out all whole. Didn't even have to scrape it. God is good. All right, I'm just gonna put this on top. Now, while it's cooking, it's gonna just drip down in there and get real happy with these vegetables. If I had any more, I'd probably dot it with a little butter or something, and I still may. Whatever. Well, look at there, there's a little bit left. Let's get all our money out of there, because these things are expensive. All right, so I'm just gonna cover this with foil, and let's just give it a little sprinkle of pepper. Just a little kiss of pepper. All right, I'm gonna cover this up, and like I said, I'm gonna wait. I just put my roast in, so even through the magic of video, and I really did just put it in. So I'm gonna just put this to the side and wait till my roast is about an hour away from being done. We're gonna put this in there with it, and but I'll be back. I'm gonna whip up my little macaroni, and y'all already have that recipe for my macaroni. So that's what we're doing today. I'll check the roast in about an hour, see what it's looking like. All right, y'all, it's been in there for about an hour. Did y'all see me trying to be a cameraman, trying to zoom in? And it's looking real good, but I am gonna add about a cup of water to this. You don't want it to be too thick, but, and I do sometimes have a hard time cooking smaller portions. I know that's crazy, but raising kids all my life, and coming from a big family myself, this is just how I was raised to cook. So big portions it was, but I'm just gonna add some more water to this. And if you have a bigger roast and you've already added more cream and mushroom and stuff, you may not need to do this. But I'm just gonna go in, like I said, I'm measuring for you exactly a cup right there. And we're gonna put her back in and let her go for a little while longer. I'll check it once again in about an hour and see where we're at. But we're just letting her rip, Tater Chip, getting it done. So that's all we're gonna do now. Put her back in the oven and let her go. All right, y'all, I have got this roast out of the oven. It did cook 3 hours, and I did add another cup of water at the 2-hour mark. So, and you can go ahead and add water to that at the beginning. It will thicken up and just give you a glorious little gravy. But I don't know if you can see this, but it is just fork tender. And I went ahead and put my vegetables in, like I said, a separate container or a separate dish, not in with the roast, because I don't like the taste of carrots taking on the roast taking on the flavor of the carrots, so they just get too happy together. So I'm just going to scoop some of the vegetables right here on the side. Now I did the potatoes quartered, the carrots, mushrooms, and onions. And I love it alongside the roast and with the roast, but I just don't care for it when it's cooking. together. I just don't like them to cook together. I don't know. I guess I'm weird like that. But I almost cooked some of this stuff a little too long, just to be honest. I forgot about it. Just being honest, I'm human. Whoops. But the potatoes are nice. The carrots did get just cooked a little too much. And that's one of the reasons too that you wouldn't start your vegetables off with your roast, because it would get mushy, and you don't want that. But anyway, these they're gonna be good. I've already gave them a little taste. They are good. It's just the carrots may have cooked just a little bit longer than what I had wanted them to. But we're just gonna give it a little toss in this gravy. And I've already made our little macaroni, and we got some rice, and so we're gonna have just plenty for dinner. And this is, like I said, this is what we call our little Sunday roast. And you know, it don't have to be Sunday to eat it, but and it's just as good in the crock pot. So you don't have to really have to babysit that. So, but anyway, this is it. We're gonna get Russ in here to give us taste and give us his honest little opinion, and let y'all know what it tastes like. All right, y'all, we got the roast ready. I've got Russell a little plate, and he's gonna come in and do his thing, his favorite thing, and that is to taste it. So come on, Russell. We've been smelling this all day. I wish y'all had smell-o-vision.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Daniel.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, that looks good. I've been tortured all afternoon smelling this roast cooking. I tell you what, it looks good.
Our house really does smell good, yes.
It does, it does.
Yeah.
She's right. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite part of the show right here. Well, look how tender that was.
It's tender. It is.
Ooh-wee. Look at there.
Can cut it with a fork. Like butter.
I like butter.
Like butter.
Tender.
Yeah.
Ooh. Man, you got a little mushrooms in there.
Got mushrooms and taters and carrots and onions, all the good stuff.
Man, ain't no better Sunday dinner than that.
No.
Look at that. It's the good stuff right there.
That's the good stuff. He didn't even touch the macaroni.
We'll
None of that. We'll worry about that in a minute. But I hope y'all will try this little roast, and it is pretty much a tried and true recipe. We've been cooking it for years and years, and no matter how fancy you do them, or what way you do them, this is always one to fall back on.
Y'all do this one, it's good.
It's really good.
I know I say that about everything.
It's tasty.
Hey, I didn't get this way just looking at it. I can tell you that.
Oh, Lord. So, anyway, I hope y'all have enjoyed it, and will enjoy it.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy it right now in a minute.
Yes.
More of it for me.
Thank y'all so much for watching. I know some of them are a little lengthy, but it just honestly takes that time.
Y'all know what to do.
You know what to do. Subscribe.
Hit that button.
Hit that button. Till next
Hit that
time.
thumb.
Till next time.
Yeah.
I'm queuing you up.
Oh, that's my time.
That was
that's
your
my cue. Oh,
that's your cue.
All right, y'all. Hey, peace.